What's up, everybody? It is I, your metal god, Peter Joseph here, for a sad, somber Tuesday afternoon video, July the 22nd, 2025, right here on Metal God 669. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video and hit that subscribe button down below. You know, I do a lot of these videos, and people say I do these for clout. I mean, if I get a lot of views, I'm doing a good job, but I'll say it before and I'll say it again. I do not do these tribute videos for clout. I don't care if I get 1,000 views, I get 500 views, 50 views, whatever it may be. I do not do these videos for clout. I do these as an in memoriam, a tribute to the faithful departed in music, movies, sports, politics, whatever it may be. So, if you think that you're a horrible person, then you need to get a life, pretty much. But, you know, I don't really particularly like doing the videos because some of the people that I have done videos on have been from my childhood. You know, I grew up listening to them, like Lemmy Kilmister of Motorhead and Scott Weiland, Chris Cornell, Dolores O'Riordan from the Cranberries, and even Chester Bennington from Linkin Park. You know, it's very sad, and you know, and then people are like, oh, you don't bring any emotion, you know, you're making fun, this and that. That is total bullshit. Total bullshit. That these insignificant people that have no heart, and their heart is blacker than black, think that I do these videos for clout, and I don't show emotion, and I botch the names and everything. I personally don't care. So if you want to keep thinking I do these videos for clout and all this shit, go ahead, knock yourself out, because it ain't gonna be, you know, ain't gonna be my problem. It's gonna be your problem. So that's that. So. But today, ladies and gentlemen, I did not think this video would ever come in like now or in the next few years. But I got the news today, and I didn't even look this up. To be very honest with you guys, I was at physical therapy, and then as I'm finishing up my exercise and everything, I checked my phone. My dad calls me. I thought it was for something else, but, because he has to take me to the dentist on Thursday, so maybe he wanted, you know, like, ask me when the dentist appointment is, or whatever it might be. So, I get out of the dentist, I get out of the physical therapy office, the building, and I called him, and, first thing out of his mouth was Ozzy's dead. I'm like, what are you talking about, Ozzy's dead? Shut up! He said, no, your uncle told me to call you to say Ozzy's dead. And my uncle likes to joke around here and there, and I'm like, you know, and I'm like, if this is a joke, I'm going to be really upset. So as I'm on the phone with my dad, I go on Google, and lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, it is actually true. We have lost God. If you're in the music realm, we have basically lost God. And, so yeah, we lost Ozzy today, actually, a couple hours ago, a few hours ago, this was, breaking news, so, but I just found out about this, like, basically an hour and a half ago. So yes, Ozzy Osbourne has passed away at the age of 76. I guess due to the complications he had with Parkinson's disease. I mean, we just saw him 2 weeks ago in England at that great End of the Beginning, Sabbath's final concert with Ozzy and the original group, and Ozzy himself with a whole bunch of friends, Zakk Wylde, J.K. Lee, Tom Morello, Guns N' Roses were there, Metallica was there, so many people, Youngblood was there, obviously Sharon and the kids were there, with their kids and everything. And he looked great. He looked great. That concert was probably the best Ozzy concert I've ever seen. Not live. Well, I've been... See, I'm getting a little bit emotional, so I can't talk. And I've seen a lot of Ozzy concerts, but this one takes the cake. That tribute concert 2 weeks ago in England was just great. You know, all the people that came and sang some of his tunes and everything. Pantera was there. Women Nice with Dimebag and Vinnie Paul were there. But like I said, he looked great. He was on his throne. But you knew when you saw him, he's like, I want to rock, I want to jump around, I want to do my theatrics and stuff. And he can't do it because he has a bad back, he has Parkinson's disease, and, and that. And he only did a couple of songs, but when he started Mama, I'm Coming Home, you could tell it in his voice, he knew the end was coming, that this might be, this was going to be the final time he saw his fans and some of his bandmates and everything. He was going to ride off into the sunset and live the rest of his life, trying to get better, and maybe you'll see him every once in a while in a celebrity appearance with Sharon, maybe with the kids. And, and poor Kelly Osbourne feels this the worst because, she got engaged to her now future husband, Sid Wilson, from Slipknot. He proposed right in front of Ozzy, and Ozzy didn't like it. Said, "You're marrying my fucking daughter," And lo and behold, now they're engaged. They have their son, Sidney Jr., who's 2 years old, cutie patootie. But Sidney's not going to have his grandpa anymore. That sucks for him and sucks for all the other Osbourne kids. Jack has like 4 kids. And they have grandkids, up the wazoo. But man, this is just the day that should have never came. I know there's a Metallica song, "The Day That Never Comes." I wish this day never came. But what are you gonna do? So Ozzy is on the other side, if you will. And I'll play a little one of his tracks for you guys. I know I might get a copyright claim. Hopefully I don't get blocked in like 6,000 countries, but I don't give a shit. But anyway, let me read the story from anywhere. NBC News, I'm taking this from. Ozzy Osbourne, the wailing Black Sabbath singer turned solo actor, took the crazy train from a bleak childhood in working-class Birmingham, England, to heavy metal stardom, has passed away at 76. His family announced the rock legend's passing in a statement, and I quote, "It is with more sadness," and this is off Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, you can find it anywhere, "with more sadness than mere words can convey, that we have to report that our beloved Ozzy Osbourne has passed away this morning. He was with family and surrounded by love. We ask everyone to respect our family privacy at this time." Word of Ozzy's demise came more than 2 weeks after the frontman reunited with Black Sabbath bandmates Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward for a humongous tribute July the 5th in England. And shortly after his death was announced, a two-word tribute appeared on the official Facebook page of Black Sabbath, which read, Ozzy Forever. Now, I bet you nothing there's going to be another Ozzy album come out, like a humongous box set. That means he's had like lots of box sets. I have each and every one of them. I have See You on the Other Side, which I think is the most recent box set that just came out with version 2. But I'm going to be listening to a lot of Ozzy for years to come because he influenced so many bands. Well, him and Sabbath influenced so many bands like Pantera, like Metallica, like In This Moment, like Conquer Divide. I mean, so many bands. Priest, Maiden. Basically, if it wasn't for Black Sabbath, there'd be no heavy metal. With that dark, doomy, evil metal. People say, it's like satanic metal. Just a sad day. And, that's that. The concert was packed. 45,000 people at Birmingham's Villa Park Soccer Stadium. And it was seen by 5.8 million metalheads on stream. Me being one of them. And, his final words basically at the concert, which are basically at the concert, because I don't think he said anything in, like, the last week or two. He said, you got no idea how I feel, and he's crying for most of it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Sharon revealed in February that Ozzy was unable to walk because of his Parkinson's disease, but that the diagnosis doesn't affect his voice. Like I said, he got through 4 songs with of Sabbath songs: War Pigs, Nativity in Black, N.I.B., Iron Man, and Paranoid. Black Sabbath was there, obviously. Metallica, Slayer, of all bands, Slayer, Alice in Chains, Pantera, Guns N' Roses, as well as Ronnie Wood of the Rolling Stones, Jake E. Lee, Nuno Bettencourt, Tom Morello, Youngblood, and people like that kind of influenced Ozzy, were influenced by Ozzy. And, yeah. I mean, in 2023, with Rolling Stone, he said, I'm taking it one day at a time. If I can perform again, I will. He performed, at the Rams game, I think it was a year or two ago, when his album Patient Number 9 came out, which I think was 2 years ago. He sang at halftime, he sang that, and then we went like 9 seconds, NFL, you fuckers. But that full concert with Zach playing Crazy Train is on YouTube if you want to go see that. Ozzy said that Sharon has saved his arse, and he said, I do count my lucky stars. I don't know why I'm still here, and I do sometimes think I'm on borrowed time. I said to Sharon the other day, what a great fucking life we've had, and what a great fucking experience. His real name is John Michael Osbourne. We all know that. Born on December the 3rd, 1948. So, like I always mention with, that I'm born in the greatest month in the world with Ozzy, with Lemmy, who's on the same day as me, which is Christmas Eve, and Chris and Maria from In This Moment, same month, so it's a great month, and Jesus Christ the Lord, but, he was the 4th of 6 children. He has two prior kids, in his first marriage, Lewis and, I forget the other kid's name, but, I think it was Lewis and Jessica, and then he met Sharon, and had 3 kids, Amy, the Forgotten Osbourne, Jack and Kelly. Jack was the last one. And just amazing albums with Sabbath, amazing albums solo. And then we all remember the death of Randy Rhoads. Pretty much almost ended his solo career. He was like, I got nothing left. And then basically Sharon said, you gotta fight on. Randy would say, just move on. And then he found Brad Gillis during that time, and then he found J.K. Lee during the 1983 tour, and then they recorded Bark at the Moon. They recorded Ultimate Sin, which I think is one of Ozzy's pretty much underrated albums. And then after that, he found a young Zakk Wylde, and he's Ozzy and Zakk have pretty much been together since No More Tears, and No Rest for the Wicked, and then hit probably his best album ever, which is next to Blizzard of Oz, which is No More Tears. And Zakk was on Osmosis. He did the guitar parts. He wasn't on the tour, obviously. And then Zakk came back for Black Rain. And they came back for a couple of albums. And then Gus G took over for a little bit because Zakk was doing some Black Label Society stuff. And Gus G was the next in line to be the guitarist. And he was on the album Scream. That was the only album he was on, and then he did 2 albums after that, and the last album, which like I said was Patient Number 9 with Andrew, who's been playing with him over the last couple years. We saw him at the Rams game, which is pretty much his final performance standing up. But, yeah, just, and it's sad. It's sad that Ozzy is, gone. I didn't think this day would come, but, and I got some memories of Ozzy. I've shown these before. I'm going to show them again. Probably the last actual pictures I have of Ozzy and one with Ozzy. And this one's from Ozfest 99, the ever-popular one that was backstage. So, got that. And then this one, I'm gonna put this on my fridge. I might try to blow it up and frame it. But this is the one with me. This is actually me and Ozzy. This is circa 2001. I still have the shirt somewhere. I wanted to wear the shirt, but yeah, that's me and Oz. Me and Dad, basically. Because I always call Ozzy my dad. He's my metal dad. And we all know metal mama is Maria Brink. And I got metal brothers like Chris Howarth and Randy Weitzel and Travis Johnson. And so many other metal brothers and sisters in metal, but today I lost my metal dad, my adopted father. I keep saying I'm the adopted Osbourne. And I'm not saying that to be funny. It's actually true. So I lost basically my father today. My adopted father, not my real dad, but I lost what many people consider God, and that's pretty much it. So, just a bad time, to be a metal fan. It's a sad day. I know a lot of people are doing their tributes now. They're playing Ozzy songs right now, up the wazoo. So all I gotta say is to To every metal fan, I know you're hurting right now. We lost a legend. You know, this kind of hurts more than when Lemmy died in 2015. And maybe Chester and maybe, Chris Cornell in like the span of the same time frame. And even Lane Staley was a big hit. And even Kurt Cobain back in 1994-95, when he passed away, that was a big hit to the music community. But, as Ozzy was getting older, and then he had that freak accident where he was on the ATV. We saw it on the Osbournes where he flipped it over, and basically he was clinically dead for a couple minutes, but then thankfully he came back to life, and then he broke his neck. And pretty much from there, the problems, Ozzy was, having a lot of problems and everything. He got back into some drinking and alcohol through that, but then he stopped, and I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say, but I'm going to end it here, and all I gotta say is to Sharon, Jack, Amy, Kelly, I feel for you. I wish I was there to, console you guys and everything, and Zach Zach Wilde as well, losing the boss, as he calls him. I feel bad for the grandkids. I feel bad for Cindy Jr., who's, just 2 years old. I kind of feel bad for, for Sid Wilson from Slipknot. He lost his father-in-law. And, the music world lost a true giant today. And like I always do on my Rest in Peace videos, take a toast of whatever I got. This is fruit punch. So, to Ozzy Osbourne, Dad, I miss you. We're gonna all miss you over the next few hours, few days, and the next few months and years. We're gonna miss you, but your music lives on through 6 million, I'm exaggerating, a lot of bands you have influenced, and hopefully maybe we'll get another tribute to Ozzy concert with all these other people singing Ozzy songs, like Youngblood will sing one, and who knows what's going to happen after that, but so yeah. So the Ozzy and even Malcolm Jamal Warner, who died yesterday in a freak drowning accident, another member of my childhood, he passed away at the age of 56. So, 2 big hits to my childhood, because I grew up listening to Ozzy and growing up watching The Cosby Show. So the Malcolm Jamal Warner, and to my dad, Ozzy Osbourne. Dad, I miss you, man. I'm going to be playing a lot of Ozzy this week and probably for the rest of my life. And all I gotta say is, rest in peace, Ozzy. Hope you're hanging out with Randy and Lemmy up there, rocking to some Isley Brothers tunes up there in heaven with all the other greats. But rest in peace, Ozzy. We love you. We're gonna miss you dearly. Cheers. So, thank you for watching. Leave me your memories of Ozzy, and try not to cry now, but I'm getting the emotions, and now you're getting it. I know people might laugh at it, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you laugh at this fucking video of me, now the tears are starting to come down my eyes, my voice is getting a little bit verklempt. I swear to God, if somebody makes fun of this video, I swear to God, I hope you get the worst karma ever. Because when you or any member of your family dies, I will be right here to wish the worst for you. This is raw emotion I'm giving you guys. I never cried on a video of somebody that meant so much to me. You know, I almost cried when Lemmy passed away. I almost cried when Shannon, Daphne passed away, and her 4-year, I think it's 4-year anniversary of her passing is coming up. Her birthday was just about a week or so ago. So I miss Daphne religiously. I love her, but losing somebody like Ozzy that I grew up with, went to see at Ozfest, pretty much almost all the Ozfest that came around to New Jersey. Meeting him, that's one. And that's two. I have more, but they're locked in my vault right now. Because I didn't think I ever would need to go to my vault and get it, but it is, but it is what it is, and, yeah. So I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go listen to some Ozzy and try to continue on with my life, and I think you guys should too. So, we love you, and like you sang on Osmosis, see you on the other side, Oz. Rest in peace. Peace.